forecast with Mid-Michigan's only live radar. Here's meteorologist John Gross.
Well, good Friday morning, Mid-Michigan. We are starting off with a little bit of patchy fog out there for this morning, but the good news is most of us are staying dry for that morning commute. Could be a different story as we get later on into the day. Let's go ahead and get live over to downtown Flint across the bricks this morning, where we are starting off on a dry note there for you, and doesn't look like we're dealing with the fog as much in this region, but just be wary of that if you are about to head out on the roadways. We'll get you some stats on the numbers. Current temperature right now, we're at 60 degrees here in the Vehicle City. Dew point coming in right there at 57. And the winds coming out of the north sustained right now at around 5 miles per hour. We do have the dense fog advisories in effect for our western counties. That's for Clare, Isabella, and Gratiot. Now in effect until 10 o'clock this morning. But just because the rest of Mid-Michigan is not under a dense fog advisory does not mean we aren't dealing with some of that dense or patchy fog out there across the region. You can see some of our visibilities, even where we don't have the advisory, are reduced to around 7 to 5 miles there in Bay City, Carroll, back into Saginaw. But the real dense fog is over towards the west, where we do have the advisories. So just heading out on the roadways this morning, give yourself plenty of time to wherever you might be going, and use the low beam headlights if you are traveling out there for the roadways. High temperatures as we get later on into this afternoon. I think majority of us are going to be getting back into the upper 70s, talking about a few of us even peaking into those lower 80s. There's the live First Warn 5 pinpoint Doppler radar from MBS this morning. Majority of us are staying dry. We're tracking just a few of these isolated sprinkles back into Sanilac into Lapeer County, really not causing much of a problem out there for this morning. I think majority of us are going to be staying dry to start off, but on the Sky Tracker we go. We're tracking out some of these showers back into Minnesota and Wisconsin. That's going to be posing a threat to give us some chances for some showers. It's looking like later on this afternoon, and especially going on into the evening hours as well. There it is right around 9 o'clock this morning, dealing with a good mix of the sun and the clouds once we get some of that fog continuing to burn off here. But we are going to be watching out for the chances for a few of these isolated showers popping up here and there from time to time, especially going into the later afternoon and evening hours as well. You see those coming over the lake, and we're going to continue to watch these become even more defined going into later on this evening into the overnight period. There it is right around 11 o'clock, and we'll continue that chance into the overnight period before we finally start to dry out our skies going into your Saturday morning. And I think despite an isolated shower chance throughout the afternoon on Saturday, going to be looking pretty good. Dry too, with a good mix of sun and clouds. Today we're at 80 degrees, partly to mostly cloudy. Can't rule out a few chances for those showers, especially later on into the afternoon. The humidity going to be coming back very so slightly into today. Going to be noticing that especially going higher into next week or into this weekend. First Warn 5 7-day forecast is going to show those shower chances coming Friday afternoon into the evening hours. Looking more dry for your Saturday, Elena. Better chances for a shower or thunderstorm come on Sunday into the day on Tuesday afternoon, but we're going to be talking about the heat returning, it's looking like, as well as the humidity Sunday into next week. Upper 80s, feeling closer to 90.
I, for one, am glad that these Saturday rain chances have gone down and they're shifting, to other days of the week.
Yes, and that's going to be looking really good if you want to get out and maybe get to the pool, because summer is slowly dwindling away.
There's not much time left.
I was just talking to my hairstylist the other day, and her kids already go back to school next week.
I know, it's fast. I mean, it feels like it went so fast this summer because it had such a slow start. So enjoy every last moment of good weather that we have.
Absolutely.
TV5 News Time is 5:19.